Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson. Now today we are going to be discussing OnlyFans live streams and how you can utilize your model going live on OF to make a ton of extra money. So let's get straight into it. Regular lives are a really great way to build better model and subscriber relationships and of course earn extra money. Those are the two main key points from OnlyFans live streams. Now, in terms of the aims, it's actually not all about the money. Make sure that you do not misunderstand this. It's almost about creating a community, a character for your model, and really building these subscriber relationships to the point where they're obviously looking forward to seeing her going live. Now, this engagement in a sexual way, it's going to obviously massively to help increase subscriber retention. Once they've had the interaction of communicating with the model on live stream, the model is talking back to them in a sexual manner, they will be hooked. It happens every single time. So another really interesting part is scarcity. So nowadays, with the further growth of OnlyFans, a lot of new models coming on board with a variety of explicitity. It's actually quite rare for a model to do live OF streams because, obviously it is quite a taxing thing for them to do. It's very time consuming. And it does kind of blur the line a little bit between camming and traditional OnlyFans. So there's not a huge amount of people that are actually up for doing it. So if you have a model that is down for doing OnlyFans live streams, you think they've got the personality for it, you think they could be obviously very successful, it's really important that you speak to them and obviously get them started on live streams. So first thing you guys need to do is have a discussion with your model and see if they're up for doing explicit lives. Obviously, if your model is an ex-cam girl or porn star similar to that, they should have absolutely no problem at all. I would say that it's definitely worth them going live on OnlyFans, even if they're not going to be feeling comfortable enough to do it full explicit live. But obviously, ideally, you need full explicitity on these live streams. So now I'm going to talk you guys through a couple of ideas that we use and we have used extensively that work really well. The key is you want to switch it up. You want to keep it interesting. You want to keep the subscribers guessing so that they don't know what is going to be next. You want to have it as engaging and as fun as possible. So truth or dare. Now, no doubt all of you guys have probably played this when you were younger, but with OF, we're going to take a slightly different approach. Now, the first thing you guys are going to want to do is head over to a website called Wheel of Names. It looks just like on your PDF there. And you want to set it up so that the outcome of truth is more likely than the outcome of dare. You can do 75%, 25%, maybe even 90% truth, 10% dare. Now, this is obviously because all of the subs that are paying for these spins, they're going to want to get a dare. They're going to want to ask your model they're going to dare her to take her top off, dare her to, take her pants off, whatever. They're going to keep paying if they keep hitting truth. So it's basically just guaranteeing more spins and obviously more monies for you guys. And obviously with the truth side of things as well, they're going to keep themselves aroused by asking sexual questions. In terms of payment, you can do $5, $10 a spin. You want to keep it fun, not overly pricey. Plus, obviously then you're going to get subs that keep rebuying spins. This is just about volume really. Now, obviously the thing that you need to make really sure with your model is just be prepared for what's actually going to happen if they hit dare. It's obviously likely going to be very explicit. Take your pants off, whatever. But obviously on the occasion you're working with a model that doesn't particularly do full explicitity and indeed maybe does do full explicity but isn't comfortable doing it live, you want to just kind of prep them for a bit of a response. So an example would be, can't do that dare in public, message me after, I'll see what I can do. Obviously then you can either upsell them the explicit content or downsell them the less explicit content, whatever you guys want to do. So just the usual, stall, say you're shy, and then obviously sell more non-explicit content in the messages. So if your model isn't comfortable taking all of her clothes off on these live streams, then just make sure that you have a response kind of queued up and ready to go and that you've obviously talked that through with her. The next game is going to be higher or lower. Now, this is a really good one for a live stream, and subs are essentially going to guess higher or lower on a set of cards. Now, just something to make really sure of. Make sure that you write out your own cards like shown on the PDF there. You do not want to be using playing cards, ace, 10, jack, none of that stuff, because OnlyFans does not like anything that involves gambling. It's not worth getting a ban or a strike on the account or whatever. So once shuffled, obviously the fans are going to guess in the comments if the card's going to be higher or lower. Let's say the card's 15 and they guess lower. Now, if they get it right, the model is going to remove a piece of clothing. If they get it wrong, your model puts a piece of clothing back on. So, okay, card 5 gets pulled out. The subs guess higher. The next card is a 9. Okay, brilliant. Model takes a piece of clothing off. It is that simple. Now, in terms of pricing, you have a couple of options with this one. Completely up to you guys. You can get the fans to tip per higher or lower guess, so maybe $5, $10 per guess of a card. Alternatively, get them to pay a fee to actually enter the live, and then they can just play along for free. Now, this game, do it. Freestyle it a bit, have some fun with it. Get your model to put on 30 layers of clothes, 10 jackets, and whatever you guys want to do. It works really well. This is a game that you want to keep going for as long as possible. So have some fun with it. So nude Q&A. This is a really, really useful one for promoting the OF Live across all platforms. Go onto every single platform you've got, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, etc. Make a really big announcement you're going to be doing a naughty Q&A over on your OF, and then use the ask a question prompt on Instagram to get some questions for the live. So literally on Instagram, ask a question, ask me anything, maybe title it, whatever you guys want to do, and then just heavily promote the OF live stream. This is going to lead to a bit of a buzz. There's going to be more subscribers, obviously a lot of joiners on the actual live. Once your model starts the call, answer the questions, sexy outfit, nothing overly explicit, but then as she's answering, get her to drop little hints that if she's tipped, she may remove the dress, underwear, so on and so forth. So this one directly isn't really one in terms of creating the most amount of money. You know, it's not just to drive the income up. It's just essentially a vehicle to get an absolute ton of buzz and a ton of subscribers over onto the OF account, with the bonus, obviously, of the tips for her to undress whilst there. So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, this one, but mainly building up a bit of a brand for your model. And obviously a massive one too is going to be the personal approach of this. So, you know, subs may even ask personal questions in terms of, I don't know, do you have any pets? What's your favorite country you've traveled to, etc. You know, you want to essentially build your model's personality. It's going to make her way more endearing, and obviously then subscribers are going to spend way more money. So nude, naughty Q&A, whatever you guys want to do, works really, really well in terms of creating a buzz on the account. It's so important that you are consistent with these OnlyFans lives. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you know, subs are going to ask personal questions, etc. You know, for example, the question, do you have any pets? And the model says she's got a dog. Now, you have to make a note of that, whether it's true or not, because subs will try and catch you out in the chats. Because obviously a lot of subs, they're aware that, you know, certain accounts may have chatters on them. Some of them, you know, may not be fully trustworthy, and they will try and catch your model out. They may ask her within the DMs, do you have a dog? What's your dog called? Whatever. And if your chatter answers it wrong because they don't have the information, it's not going to make your model look good at all. So be really, really careful. Any personal questions, just make sure that you make a note of the answers, and obviously you're informing, or if it's yourself doing it, make a note for yourself, whoever is chatting on the account. So there are some ideas for OnlyFans Lives. Make sure to implement them. Obviously, have a chat with your model first, see what she is comfortable with, and put a plan in place from there. But just make sure that whatever's being said on there is fully consistent with everything that's always been said on the account, and you should have no issues at all. I'll see you in the next video.